My name is Sophia Chen, and on what should have been the happiest day of my life, my own family stood in the reception hall of the Grand Meridian Estate, whispering about how I could never afford such an elegant venue, and questioning whether my fiancé was paying for everything because I was clearly broke. Then the venue manager approached our table, smiled directly at me, and said 3 words that changed everything. "Welcome back, boss." The silence that followed was deafening. But before I tell you how my family's faces went from smug superiority to shocked disbelief, let me take you back to where this incredible journey began. Before we jump back in, tell us you're tuning from, and if this story touches you, make sure you're subscribed, because tomorrow I've saved something extra special for you. Growing up in the modest suburbs of Sacramento, California, I learned early that perception and reality often exist in completely different universes. Our neighborhood consisted of cookie-cutter houses with small yards, where families worked steady jobs, saved for annual vacations, and measured success by the stability of their routine rather than the magnitude of their achievement. My parents, David and Linda Chen, had immigrated from Taiwan in their 20s with engineering degrees and boundless optimism about the American dream, but 30 years later, they had settled into a comfortable middle-class existence that prioritized security over ambition. Our family dynamics were shaped by traditional expectations and practical considerations that left little room for unconventional thinking or risk-taking ventures. My father worked as a civil engineer for the city government, a position that provided steady income, comprehensive benefits, and the kind of predictable career progression that allowed for careful financial planning. My mother taught mathematics at the local high school, contributing both to our household income and to her sense of purpose in educating the next generation. Together, they created a stable foundation that provided for our basic needs while instilling values of hard work, education, and responsibility. However, their definition of success was narrowly confined to established paths that offered security and social respectability. Doctor, lawyer, engineer, teacher, these were the professions they understood and respected, careers that provided clear metrics for achievement and social status within our immigrant community. Entrepreneurship, creative pursuits, or any endeavor that involved significant risk, was viewed with suspicion and concern rather than excitement or support. My younger brother Marcus embodied everything my parents hoped for in their children. Academically gifted with a natural aptitude for science and mathematics, he sailed through school with minimal effort, while accumulating the kind of achievements that made parents proud during community gatherings. Science fair victories, academic awards, and acceptance to prestigious universities. Marcus represented the successful realization of our family's aspirations for upward mobility through traditional excellence. By contrast, I was the child who asked too many questions, challenged conventional wisdom, and displayed an uncomfortable tendency toward independence that my parents interpreted as defiance rather than leadership potential. My academic performance was solid but not spectacular. My interests ranged beyond the approved subjects of science and mathematics, and my personality leaned toward taking initiative rather than following established protocols. The differences between Marcus and me became more pronounced during our teenage years, when his clear trajectory toward medical school contrasted sharply with my growing interest in business and entrepreneurship. While he focused on advanced placement courses in chemistry and biology, I gravitated toward economics, psychology, and extracurricular activities that involved organizing events and managing projects. My first glimpse of the hospitality industry occurred during my junior year of high school, when I took a part-time job as a hostess at Romano's, an upscale Italian restaurant in downtown Sacramento. The position was intended to provide spending money for typical teenage expenses, but it quickly became my introduction to a world that fascinated me with its complexity and potential for creativity. Working at Romano's exposed me to the intricate orchestration required to create memorable dining experiences for guests who were celebrating special occasions, conducting business meetings, or simply seeking an evening of exceptional service and cuisine. I observed how successful restaurants balanced numerous moving parts: food quality, service excellence, ambiance, pricing, marketing, and operational efficiency, to create profitable businesses that brought joy to people's lives. The restaurant's owner, Maria Romano, was a second-generation Italian-American who had transformed her grandmother's recipes and hospitality traditions into a thriving business that employed over 40 people and served as a cornerstone of the local dining scene. Maria noticed my curiosity about the business operations, beyond my hostess duties, and began sharing insights about restaurant management, customer relationship building, and the entrepreneurial mindset required to succeed in the competitive hospitality industry. Sophia, Maria said one evening as we reviewed the night's service, most people see a restaurant as just a place to eat, but successful hospitality is about creating experiences that make people feel special. The food is important, but the real magic happens when guests leave feeling better about themselves and their relationships than when they arrived. This perspective fundamentally changed how I viewed the service industry and business in general. Rather than seeing hospitality as temporary employment while pursuing more serious career goals, I began to understand it as a sophisticated field that combined creativity, psychology, business acumen, and genuine care for others into something that could be both personally fulfilling and financially rewarding. My growing passion for hospitality management created tension at home, where my parents viewed my restaurant job as a distraction from academic preparation for college application. They worried that my interest in the service industry reflected lowered aspirations rather than a genuine calling toward a legitimate career path. Working in restaurants is fine for extra money during school, my father explained during one of our increasingly frequent discussions about my future plans, but you need to focus on serious subjects that will lead to professional career. The service industry is unstable and does not provide the kind of security or respect that comes with traditional professions. My mother expressed similar concerns, though her approach was more diplomatic. Sophia, we want you to have opportunities that we did not have when we first came to America. Restaurant work is difficult and often thankless, and the business owners take all the risks while the employees have no security. You are too smart to limit yourself to that kind of work. Their concerns were understandable and reflected genuine love and desire for my financial security and social advancement. However, their perspective was based on limited exposure to the hospitality industry and assumptions about service work that did not account for the entrepreneurial opportunities and management potential that I was beginning to recognize. During my senior year of high school, I made a decision that would define the trajectory of my adult life, though I could not have anticipated its long-term implications at the time. Instead of applying exclusively to traditional four-year universities with standard academic programs, I researched schools that offered specialized hospitality management degrees and real-world experience in hotel and restaurant operation. My discovery of the Cornell School of Hotel Administration opened my eyes to the possibility that hospitality management could be approached with the same academic rigor and professional development as traditional business fields. Cornell's program combined theoretical knowledge with practical experience, preparing graduates for leadership roles in hotels, restaurants, event planning companies, and other hospitality enterprises around the world. The application process required me to articulate my vision for a career in hospitality management, while demonstrating the academic preparation and personal qualities necessary for success in a demanding program. My essays drew heavily on my experience at Romano's, but they also reflected my observations about the intersection of business strategy, human psychology, and creative problem-solving that made the hospitality industry both challenging and rewarding. When I informed my parents about my decision to apply to hospitality management programs, their reaction was predictably negative. They viewed my choice as abandoning the academic potential they had invested in developing and settling for a career path that was beneath my capabilities and their expectations. Sophia, you are making a mistake that will limit your opportunities for the rest of your life, my father said with the kind of disappointed tone that cut deeper than direct criticism. Hotels and restaurants are not places for serious careers. They are jobs for people who could not succeed in professional fields. My mother's response was more emotional but equally discouraging. We came to America and worked so hard so that our children could have better lives than we did. How can you choose to work in service jobs when you could become a doctor, lawyer, or engineer? What will we tell our friends and family about what you are doing with your education? The pressure to conform to their expectations was intense, but my experience at Romano's had given me confidence that my passion for hospitality was based on genuine understanding, rather than romantic notions about the industry. I had seen the complexity of restaurant operations, the skill required for excellent service, and the potential for creative and financial success that existed for people who approached hospitality as a serious business endeavor. My compromise with my parents involved applying to both hospitality programs and traditional business schools, allowing the acceptance results and scholarship offers to inform the final decision. This approach provided them with hope that I might ultimately choose a more conventional path, while giving me the opportunity to pursue my genuine interest. The waiting period between applications and acceptances taught me valuable lessons about managing uncertainty and maintaining conviction in the face of external pressure. I continued working at Romano's, where Maria provided encouragement and perspective about pursuing unconventional career paths despite family concern. Every successful person I know in this industry faced skepticism from family members who did not understand that hospitality could be a sophisticated business. Maria shared during one of our conversations, "The key is proving through your results that your choice was based on vision rather than lack of ambition. Success has a way of changing people's minds about what constitutes a legitimate career." When acceptance letters arrived in the spring, I faced the decision that would determine whether I would follow my family's expectations or pursue my own vision for my future. Cornell had accepted me into their hospitality program with a partial scholarship, while I had also been accepted to UC Davis for business administration and San Diego State for their general business program. Preparing and narrating this story took us a lot of time, so if you are enjoying it, subscribe to our channel, it means a lot to us. Now back to the story. The financial considerations were significant, as the Cornell program would require substantially more investment than the in-state alternatives, but the opportunity to study hospitality management at the most respected program in the country felt like the chance to transform my passion into genuine expertise. My final decision to attend Cornell, despite my family's continued opposition, required me to take responsibility for the additional costs through student loans and work-study programs. This financial independence came with the pressure of ensuring that my investment in specialized education would ultimately prove worthwhile through career success. The night before leaving for Cornell, my family gathered for what was intended to be a celebration dinner but felt more like a memorial service for my abandoned potential. Marcus, who was preparing to begin his pre-medical studies at UC Berkeley, represented everything my parents hoped for in their children's educational choices. "I still do not understand why you are choosing to study hotel management when you could have a real career in business or science," my father said during dinner, making one final attempt to change my mind. "But if this is what you are determined to do, you will need to prove that it was the right choice through your achievements." My mother added her own perspective, tinged with resignation and concern. "Sophia, we will support you because you are our daughter, but promise us that you will work harder than everyone else, and show that our family's children can succeed in whatever they choose to do, even if we do not understand their choices." That promise would become my driving motivation throughout the challenging years ahead, pushing me to excel not just for my own satisfaction but to validate my family's investment in my unconventional education and career path. As I packed my belongings for college, I reflected on the foundation that my family had provided despite our disagreements about my future direction. Their emphasis on hard work, education, and personal responsibility had given me the tools necessary for success, even if they could not yet see how those tools would be applied in the hospitality industry. The lessons learned during my childhood and adolescence would prove invaluable in the years ahead, though I could not have anticipated the specific challenges and opportunities that awaited me. I knew only that I was ready to work harder than ever before, and that failure was not an option when so many people had questioned the wisdom of my choices. My journey toward building something extraordinary was just beginning, but the foundation of resilience, determination, and vision for creating memorable experiences had been established through years of questioning conventional wisdom and pursuing my genuine interests despite external pressure. The path ahead would test every aspect of my character and capabilities, but standing at the threshold of my college experience, I felt confident that I was pursuing something that aligned with both my talents and my desire to create something meaningful in the world. This foundation of persistence, independence, and commitment to excellence would become the bedrock upon which I would eventually build not just a career but a business empire that would completely transform my family's understanding of what constitutes success and achievement. The young woman who left Sacramento for Cornell was determined to prove that unconventional choices could lead to extraordinary outcomes when supported by exceptional effort and strategic thinking. The journey toward that proof was about to begin in earnest, though the ultimate destination remained unknown even to me. Years later, standing in my own venue watching my family's shocked faces as they realized the magnitude of what I had accomplished, I would remember this moment of departure as the beginning of everything that followed. But at 18, I was simply a determined young woman ready to work harder than anyone expected to transform my passion into something that would make everyone proud, even those who had initially questioned my judgment. The foundation was complete, and the real building was about to begin. The Cornell University campus in Ithaca, New York, presented a stark contrast to everything I had known in Sacramento. Gothic architecture rose majestically against rolling hills, while Cayuga Lake stretched toward horizons that seemed to promise unlimited possibility. The School of Hotel Administration occupied Statler Hall, a building that housed not just classrooms and laboratories, but also a fully operational hotel where students gained hands-on experience in every aspect of hospitality management. My first semester challenged every assumption I had held about academic rigor and professional preparation. The curriculum demanded mastery of subjects, ranging from advanced accounting and financial management to food science and facility design. Professors who had spent decades building successful hospitality businesses brought real-world complexity into classroom discussions, forcing students to grapple with situations that required both analytical thinking and creative problem-solving. Professor Margaret Sullivan's Strategic Hospitality Management course became the foundation for my understanding of how exceptional service companies create sustainable competitive advantages. Professor Sullivan had spent 15 years as an executive with Marriott International before transitioning to academia, and her teaching methodology emphasized practical application of theoretical concepts through case studies and simulation exercises. The course required students to analyze hospitality businesses that had achieved remarkable success despite operating in highly competitive markets. We studied companies like the Ritz-Carlton, which had transformed luxury service delivery through systematic employee empowerment and guest preference tracking, and Southwest Airlines, which had revolutionized air travel by creating a culture of fun and efficiency that reduced costs while improving customer satisfaction. These case studies revealed that extraordinary hospitality companies succeeded not through luck or superior resources, but through deliberate strategies that aligned operational excellence with genuine care for customer experience. They invested heavily in employee training and empowerment, created systems that anticipated and exceeded guest expectations, and built cultures where every team member understood their role in delivering memorable experience. My academic performance during the first semester exceeded my own expectations, with grades that placed me in the top 15% of my class, despite the adjustment challenges of adapting to a new environment and increased academic demand. However, the real transformation occurred through my work-study position at the Statler Hotel, where I rotated through different departments to gain comprehensive understanding of hotel operation. My assignment to the front desk during the fall semester provided insight into the complexity of managing guest experiences in real time. Every interaction required balancing company policies with individual guest needs, solving problems quickly while maintaining professionalism, and coordinating with multiple departments to ensure seamless service delivery. The front desk position taught me that exceptional hospitality required far more than polite customer service. Successful guest relations demanded deep understanding of human psychology, ability to anticipate needs before they were expressed, and skill in transforming potentially negative situations into opportunities for building customer loyalty. During one particularly challenging evening, a family arrived for their reservation only to discover that a system error had resulted in their rooms being given to other guests during a sold-out weekend. The situation required immediate problem-solving that would either create lifelong customers or generate negative reviews that could damage the hotel's reputation. Working with the night manager, I helped coordinate alternative accommodations at a nearby hotel, arranged transportation, and negotiated upgrades for their next visit that transformed a service failure into an opportunity to demonstrate extraordinary recovery. The family's gratitude and subsequent positive reviews reinforced my understanding that hospitality excellence was measured not by the absence of problems, but by the quality of solutions when challenges inevitably arose. My spring semester assignment to the food and beverage department provided exposure to restaurant operations on a scale that dwarfed my experience at Romano. The Statler Hotel's dining facilities served hundreds of covers daily while maintaining the high standards expected by hotel guests, local diners, and the university community. Working under the guidance of executive chef David Martinez, I learned about menu development, cost control, staff management, and the intricate logistics required to deliver consistent quality across multiple dining venues. Chef Martinez had worked in Michelin-starred restaurants before joining Cornell, and his approach to kitchen management emphasized both culinary excellence and business fundamentals. The restaurant operations revealed the financial sophistication required for successful hospitality business. Food costs, labor expenses, equipment, depreciation, and facility overhead had to be carefully balanced against revenue generation and profit margins, while maintaining the quality standards that justified premium price. Chef Martinez became an important mentor during my time at Cornell, sharing insights about the intersection of creativity and business acumen that defined successful hospitality leaders. His guidance helped me understand that sustainable success in the industry required mastering both the artistic elements that created memorable experiences and the operational disciplines that ensured financial viability. During my sophomore year, I enrolled in Professor James Wellington's Hospitality Real Estate and Development course, which examined the complex financial structures and market analysis techniques used to evaluate and develop hotel and restaurant property. The course content included topics such as feasibility studies, financing strategies, site selection criteria, and project management methodologies that were essential for hospitality entrepreneurs. The coursework required students to complete a comprehensive development proposal for a hospitality project, including market analysis, financial projections, design specifications, and operational plan. This semester-long assignment forced me to integrate knowledge from multiple disciplines while developing skills in research, analysis, and persuasive communication that would prove invaluable in my future career. My project focused on developing a boutique hotel concept that would serve the growing market of business travelers seeking personalized service and unique local experience. The research process involved analyzing market trends, studying successful boutique properties, and identifying opportunities for differentiation in an increasingly competitive hospitality landscape. The financial modeling component of the project required learning sophisticated techniques for projecting revenue, estimating construction and operating costs, and calculating return on investment metrics that would determine project viability. The complexity of hospitality real estate development became apparent as I worked through scenarios involving seasonal demand fluctuations, competitive responses, and economic uncertainty. Professor Wellington's feedback on my project proposal was both encouraging and challenging. He praised the thorough market analysis and innovative service concepts, while identifying areas where my financial projections needed refinement and my operational planning required greater detail. His guidance helped me understand that successful hospitality development required balancing creative vision with rigorous business discipline. The summer between my sophomore and junior years brought an internship opportunity with Grandview Hospitality Group, a regional company that owned and operated 12 hotels across the Northeast. The internship placement was coordinated through Cornell's Career Services Office and represented my first exposure to multi-property hospitality management. Grandview's corporate headquarters in Boston provided perspective on the strategic and operational challenges of managing hospitality businesses across multiple markets. My internship responsibilities included supporting the revenue management team, assisting with property performance analysis, and participating in meetings where senior executives made decisions about expansion, renovation, and operational improvement. Working with the revenue management team introduced me to the sophisticated pricing strategies and demand forecasting techniques that hospitality companies use to maximize profitability. Revenue optimization required analyzing historical booking patterns, monitoring competitor pricing, and adjusting rates dynamically based on market conditions and demand projections. The analytical skills required for effective revenue management fascinated me with their combination of mathematical modeling and market psychology. Successful revenue managers needed to understand not just statistical trends, but also customer behavior patterns and competitive dynamics that influenced booking decisions. My internship supervisor, Director of Revenue Management, Sarah Kim, recognized my aptitude for analytical work and began including me in strategic planning discussions that typically involved only senior managers. These meetings provided exposure to high-level decision-making processes and the complex factors that influenced corporate strategy in the hospitality industry. The experience of working at Grandview's corporate level revealed the scalability challenges and opportunities that defined multi-property hospitality companies. Successful organizations needed to balance operational consistency across properties with local market adaptation, maintain quality standards while controlling costs, and develop talent pipelines that could support continued growth. During my final weeks at Grandview, Sarah Kim offered me perspective on career development in the hospitality industry that would influence my thinking for years to come. She explained that the most successful hospitality executives were those who combined operational expertise with strategic vision, understood both guest experience and financial management, and could lead teams while adapting to rapidly changing market conditions. My junior year at Cornell brought advanced coursework in hospitality finance, strategic management, and entrepreneurship that prepared me for senior-level responsibilities and potential business ownership. The curriculum intensity increased significantly, with professors expecting graduate-level research and analysis from students who were preparing for leadership roles in the industry. Professor Diana Chang's hospitality entrepreneurship course required students to develop comprehensive business plans for hospitality ventures, including detailed market analysis, competitive positioning, financial projections, and implementation strategy. The course emphasized the unique challenges and opportunities facing hospitality entrepreneurs, from initial concept development through growth and expansion phases. My business plan focused on creating a luxury event venue that would serve the high-end wedding and corporate event market. The concept combined elegant facilities with exceptional service delivery and innovative technology integration that would differentiate the venue from traditional competitors. The research process for developing the business plan required extensive market analysis, including surveys of potential customers, interviews with industry professionals, and study of successful event venues in major metropolitan areas. The financial modeling component demanded sophisticated analysis of revenue streams, operating costs, capital requirements, and profitability projections. Professor Chang's guidance throughout the business plan development process was invaluable, helping me refine my concept while ensuring that all aspects of the proposal reflected realistic market conditions and achievable operational goals. Her feedback emphasized the importance of balancing ambitious vision with practical execution capability. The completed business plan represented months of intensive research and analysis, resulting in a comprehensive proposal for what I called Azure Manor, a luxury event venue that would combine historic elegance with modern amenities and technology. The venue concept included multiple event spaces, gourmet catering capabilities, full-service event planning, and innovative digital features that would enhance guest experiences while streamlining operations. My presentation of the Azure Manor business plan to a panel of industry professionals and faculty members marked a turning point in my understanding of my own capabilities and career aspirations. The presentation required defending every aspect of the proposal, from market opportunity and competitive advantages to financial projections and operational strategy. The panel's response exceeded my expectations, with several members expressing genuine interest in the concept and offering suggestions for refinement and implementation. One panelist, Victoria Hartwell, who owned a successful venue management company, approached me after the presentation to discuss the possibility of developing the concept beyond the classroom assignment. The conversation with Victoria Hartwell planted seeds that would eventually grow into my career trajectory, though at the time I was focused on completing my Cornell education and gaining additional industry experience before considering entrepreneurial ventures. My senior year brought opportunities to take on leadership roles within the School of Hotel Administration, while completing advanced coursework that would prepare me for immediate post-graduation responsibilities. I was elected president of the Hospitality Business Association, a student organization that coordinated industry networking events, career development workshops, and community service projects. Leading the Hospitality Business Association required skills in strategic planning, team management, budget oversight, and stakeholder communication that provided valuable preparation for future executive responsibilities. The experience of coordinating events, managing volunteers, and representing the organization at university functions developed my confidence in leadership situations. The organization's flagship project during my presidency was hosting the annual Regional Hospitality Conference, which brought together students, faculty, and industry professionals for 3 days of presentations, networking, and career development activities. Planning and executing the conference required coordinating dozens of speakers, managing a substantial budget, and ensuring seamless logistics for over 500 participants. The conference's success reinforced my belief that exceptional hospitality required meticulous planning, attention to detail, and ability to anticipate and solve problems before they affected guest experiences. The skills developed through conference management would prove directly applicable to my future career in venue management and event planning. My final semester at Cornell included completing an independent study project under Professor Chang's supervision, focusing on emerging trends in luxury event venues and their implications for future industry development. The research project examined how changing demographics, technology advancement, and social media influence were reshaping customer expectations for special event experiences. The independent study required conducting interviews with venue owners, event planners, and recent clients to understand how the industry was evolving and what opportunities existed for innovative approaches to event hosting. The findings revealed significant demand for venues that could provide both traditional elegance and modern technological capabilities. Graduation from Cornell in May represented the culmination of 4 years of intensive preparation for a career in hospitality management. My academic record placed me in the top 10% of my class, while my practical experience through internships and campus leadership had provided comprehensive preparation for immediate professional responsibility. The job search process during my senior year had resulted in multiple offers from prestigious hospitality companies, including positions with luxury hotel chains, restaurant groups, and event management firms. The decision of which opportunity to pursue required careful consideration of both immediate learning opportunities and long-term career development potential. My choice to accept a management trainee position with Sterling Hospitality, a company that specialized in luxury event venues and catering services, reflected my growing conviction that the events industry offered the greatest opportunity for combining my interests in hospitality excellence, business development, and creative problem solving. The position with Sterling Hospitality would provide exposure to all aspects of venue management, while offering clear advancement opportunities for high-performing employees. The company operated 6 venues across the Northeast and had a reputation for both service excellence and career development that made it an ideal place to begin my professional career. Standing at Cornell's graduation ceremony, surrounded by classmates who were prepared to begin leadership roles throughout the hospitality industry, I reflected on the transformation that had occurred during my 4 years of education. The uncertain teenager who had left Sacramento despite family concerns had become a confident professional ready to contribute immediately to the success of a sophisticated hospitality organization. The foundation of knowledge, skill, and relationships developed at Cornell had prepared me for the challenges ahead, while confirming my conviction that hospitality management offered unlimited opportunities for those willing to work hard and think strategically about creating exceptional experiences for others. My family attended the graduation ceremony, though their understanding of my career prospects remained limited by their lack of exposure to the hospitality industry. Their pride in my academic achievement was evident, but I could sense their continued uncertainty about whether my chosen field would provide the financial security and social respect they hoped for in my career. The journey ahead would test everything I had learned while providing opportunities to prove that unconventional career choices could lead to extraordinary outcomes when supported by excellent preparation and unwavering commitment to excellence. Standing at the threshold of my professional career, I felt ready for whatever challenges awaited while maintaining absolute confidence in my chosen path. Sterling Hospitality's headquarters occupied a restored Victorian mansion in downtown Hartford, Connecticut, where original architectural details had been meticulously preserved while modern technology and office systems created an environment that perfectly embodied the company's approach to blending tradition with innovation. My first day as a management trainee began in the elegant conference room where CEO Jonathan Sterling himself welcomed the incoming class of 12 carefully selected graduates from top hospitality programs. Jonathan Sterling commanded respect not through intimidation, but through the quiet confidence that comes from building something extraordinary from nothing. He had founded Sterling Hospitality 15 years earlier with a single venue and an unwavering commitment to creating events that exceeded client expectations while providing exceptional career opportunities for talented professionals. The company had grown systematically through strategic acquisitions and careful market expansion, building a reputation for operational excellence that allowed them to command premium pricing in competitive markets. The management training program at Sterling Hospitality was renowned throughout the industry for its comprehensive approach to developing future leaders. Rather than limiting trainees to single departments or functions, the 18-month program required rotation through every aspect of venue operations, from kitchen preparation and service delivery to sales coordination and financial management. This holistic exposure ensured that graduates understood the interconnections between different operational areas and could make informed decisions that optimized overall performance. My first rotation assignment placed me at Fairfield Manor, Sterling's flagship venue located on a sprawling estate overlooking Long Island Sound. The property featured multiple event spaces that could accommodate everything from intimate dinner parties to elaborate wedding celebrations for 300 guests. The venue's gardens, terraces, and waterfront ceremony sites provided stunning backdrops for special occasions, while the restored manor house offered elegant indoor spaces that maintained charm regardless of weather conditions. Working under the supervision of venue manager Patricia Williams, I learned the intricate planning and coordination required to execute flawless events in a luxury environment. Patricia had managed high-end venues for over 20 years, and her approach to staff development emphasized both technical competence and emotional intelligence necessary for managing clients during their most important celebration. The complexity of wedding coordination became apparent during my first weekend at Fairfield Manor, when we hosted 3 separate celebrations that required seamless transitions between events, while ensuring that each couple felt they had received completely personalized attention. The logistical challenges included coordinating vendor arrivals and setups, managing guest arrivals and parking, overseeing ceremony and reception timelines, and ensuring that photography, music, and catering aligned perfectly with client expectations. My responsibilities during the wedding weekend included supporting the coordination team while observing every aspect of event execution. The experience revealed how exceptional venue management required anticipating dozens of potential issues while maintaining calm professionalism that kept clients confident and relaxed during their special day. One particularly challenging moment occurred when the wedding party for the Saturday evening reception arrived 90 minutes late due to photography delays, threatening to compress the entire evening schedule and potentially affecting the Sunday morning event setup. The situation required immediate communication with catering staff, musicians, and facility teams to adjust timelines while ensuring that neither event quality nor client satisfaction would be compromised. Patricia's handling of the situation demonstrated the problem-solving skills and grace under pressure that distinguished exceptional venue managers from merely competent ones. She coordinated revised schedules across all departments, communicated transparently with both affected couples about necessary adjustments, and implemented solutions that actually enhanced rather than diminished the guest experience. The successful resolution of the scheduling challenge reinforced my understanding that luxury hospitality excellence was measured not by the absence of complications, but by the quality of solutions when unexpected situations inevitably arose. The ability to transform potential disasters into opportunities for exceeding expectations became a central theme in my developing management philosophy. My second rotation assignment took me to Sterling's newest property, Harbor Point Events, a contemporary venue that had been developed from a converted warehouse in Portland, Maine. The industrial architecture provided a striking contrast to Fairfield Manor's traditional elegance, while floor-to-ceiling windows and exposed beam ceilings created dramatic spaces that appealed to couples seeking modern sophistication for their celebration. Harbor Point's general manager, Michael Torres, had extensive experience in restaurant operations before transitioning to event management, and his approach emphasized the importance of operational efficiency alongside creative presentation. The venue's design incorporated state-of-the-art sound and lighting systems, flexible space configurations, and commercial kitchen facilities that supported innovative catering concepts. Working at Harbor Point during peak wedding season provided exposure to high-volume event coordination that tested every system and process. Weekend schedules often included ceremony and reception events on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, requiring precise logistics coordination to ensure seamless transitions between celebrations while maintaining exceptional service standards. The fast-paced environment at Harbor Point accelerated my learning about revenue optimization, staff scheduling, vendor management, and client communication under pressure. Michael Torres included me in weekly performance reviews where we analyzed financial results, guest feedback, and operational efficiency metrics to identify opportunities for continued improvement. During one particularly memorable weekend, Harbor Point hosted a corporate retreat on Friday, a wedding ceremony and reception on Saturday, and a milestone anniversary celebration on Sunday. Each event required different space configurations, catering styles, and service approaches, while the compressed timeline demanded flawless coordination between setup and breakdown crew. My role in coordinating the weekend's logistics included managing vendor schedules, overseeing space transformations, and ensuring that each client received completely personalized attention, despite the operational complexity of hosting multiple events. The experience taught me valuable lessons about balancing efficiency with excellence and maintaining attention to detail, even under intense time pressure. The success of the multi-event weekend resulted in exceptional client feedback and strong financial performance, while also providing me with confidence that I could handle complex operational challenges in demanding environments. Michael Torres's mentorship throughout the weekend emphasized how exceptional managers consistently found ways to exceed expectations while building sustainable business results. My third rotation brought me to Sterling's corporate events division, where I worked under Director of Corporate Sales, Rebecca Martinez, to understand the business development and client relationship management aspects of venue operation. The corporate events market presented different challenges and opportunities than wedding celebrations, requiring understanding of business objectives, budget constraints, and relationship dynamics that influenced purchasing decisions. Corporate event planning involved coordinating everything from executive retreats and board meetings to product launches and customer appreciation events. Success required balancing professional presentation with creative elements that would engage attendees while supporting the host organization's business objective. The sales process was typically longer and more complex than wedding bookings, involving multiple stakeholders and detailed proposals that addressed specific client requirements. Rebecca Martinez had built Sterling's corporate events division from initial concept to substantial revenue stream, and her approach to business development emphasized consultative selling that positioned venues as strategic partners rather than simple facility providers. This philosophy required deep understanding of client industries, business cycles, and organizational cultures that influenced event planning decisions. My responsibilities in the corporate events division included supporting proposal development, coordinating site visits with potential clients, and assisting with event execution that required different service standards than social celebration. Corporate clients often prioritized reliability and efficiency over elaborate presentation, though they still expected exceptional quality in all aspects of their event. Working with corporate clients taught me valuable lessons about business communication, relationship building, and the importance of understanding client objectives beyond the immediate event requirement. Successful corporate event coordination required thinking strategically about how venue services could support broader business goals while delivering measurable value that justified premium price. One significant project during my corporate events rotation involved coordinating a 3-day executive retreat for a Fortune 500 technology company. The event required meeting spaces, breakout areas, team-building activities, and social functions that would support both intensive business planning and relationship building among senior leadership. The complexity of the corporate retreat exceeded anything I had previously encountered, requiring coordination with external facilitators, technology providers, catering specialists, and transportation services, while ensuring that all elements aligned with the client's organizational culture and business objective. The project provided valuable experience in project management, vendor coordination, and client communication at the highest professional level. My fourth and final rotation assignment placed me in Sterling's Financial and Operations Analysis Department, where I worked with Chief Financial Officer David Park to understand the business metrics and analytical frameworks that guided strategic decision-making. This rotation provided essential preparation for future management responsibilities by revealing how successful hospitality companies measured performance and identified opportunities for improvement. The financial analysis work included reviewing revenue performance across all properties, analyzing cost structures and profitability by event type, and developing forecasting models that supported business planning and resource allocation decisions. The complexity of hospitality financial management became apparent as I learned to account for seasonal variations, variable cost structures, and revenue optimization strategies. David Park's mentorship during this rotation emphasized the importance of understanding both operational excellence and financial discipline for successful hospitality leadership. He explained how venue managers needed to balance service quality with cost control, optimize pricing strategies, while maintaining competitiveness, and make investment decisions that supported long-term growth while delivering consistent profitability. Working in financial analysis also provided exposure to Sterling's expansion planning and acquisition evaluation processes. The company continuously evaluated opportunities to acquire existing venues or develop new properties in markets that offered growth potential. These strategic decisions required sophisticated analysis of market conditions, competition, financial projections, and operational requirements. My involvement in evaluating a potential acquisition target in Western Massachusetts provided insight into the due diligence process and strategic considerations that influenced expansion decisions. The analysis required examining historical financial performance, assessing market opportunity, evaluating operational systems, and projecting integration costs and potential synergy. The acquisition evaluation project reinforced my understanding that successful hospitality companies grew through disciplined, strategic planning rather than opportunistic expansion. Every potential investment needed to align with company capabilities, market positioning, and long-term vision, while meeting rigorous financial return requirements. Throughout my 18 months in the management training program, I maintained regular communication with my family about my progress and experiences, though their understanding of my career development remained limited by their lack of exposure to the hospitality industry. They appreciated hearing about my responsibilities and learning opportunities, but their questions often revealed continued uncertainty about whether venue management constituted a serious professional career. My parents' concerns focused primarily on financial security and advancement opportunities, reflecting their immigrant experience and desire for their children to achieve economic stability through traditional career paths. They struggled to understand how managing events and hospitality services could provide the same professional respect and financial rewards as medical, legal, or engineering careers. However, their perspective began to shift subtly as I shared stories about the sophisticated business challenges I was learning to address and the level of responsibility I was being given even as a trainee. The complexity of venue operations, the substantial financial decisions involved in event coordination, and the strategic thinking required for successful hospitality management gradually convinced them that my chosen field demanded genuine professional expertise. The culmination of my training program involved presenting a comprehensive business improvement proposal to Sterling's executive team, based on insights gained through rotations across all operational areas. My proposal focused on developing a technology platform that would enhance client communication, streamline internal coordination, and provide data analytics that could optimize pricing and operational decisions. The presentation required defending my analysis and recommendations before Jonathan Sterling and his senior leadership team, demonstrating both technical competence and strategic thinking that would qualify me for promotion to venue management responsibility. The experience provided valuable preparation for future situations where I would need to persuade senior stakeholders to support innovative approaches or significant investment. The positive reception of my proposal and my overall performance throughout the training program resulted in an offer to become assistant general manager at Meadowbrook Estate, Sterling's premier venue located in the Berkshire Mountains of western Massachusetts. The promotion represented both recognition of my potential and an opportunity to begin taking direct responsibility for venue performance and client satisfaction. Meadowbrook Estate had been Sterling's most recent acquisition, purchased from a family that had operated it as a small-scale event venue for over 40 years. The property featured stunning mountain views, elegant Victorian architecture, and extensive grounds that provided multiple ceremony and reception options for upscale weddings and corporate events. The challenge of managing Meadowbrook Estate involved implementing Sterling's operational standards and service excellence, while respecting the venue's established character and local market relationship. The position would require balancing efficiency improvements with sensitivity to existing client expectations and community connection. My acceptance of the Meadowbrook Estate position marked the beginning of my independent management career and the first opportunity to directly influence venue performance through my own leadership and decision-making. The role represented validation of everything I had learned during my training while providing the platform to begin building a track record of results that would define my future career trajectory. Standing in Meadowbrook Estate's main ballroom on my first day as assistant general manager, I reflected on the journey that had brought me from uncertain college graduate to hospitality professional ready to take on significant operational responsibility. The foundation of knowledge and experience built through Sterling's training program had prepared me for the challenges ahead, while confirming my conviction that exceptional venue management offered unlimited opportunities for professional growth and personal satisfaction. The transformation from trainee to manager represented more than just a job promotion. It marked my emergence as a hospitality professional capable of creating memorable experiences for others while building sustainable business success. The skills, relationships, and confidence developed during my time at Sterling had prepared me for the next phase of my career, while establishing the foundation for future achievements that would eventually astonish everyone who had ever questioned my chosen path. The Meadowbrook Estate appointment presented the first opportunity to demonstrate that my extensive training could translate into measurable business results. Located in the pristine Berkshire Mountains, the property encompassed 47 acres of manicured landscapes, including formal garden, restored 1890s Victorian mansion, and modern event facilities that accommodated celebrations, ranging from intimate gatherings to elaborate productions for 300 guests. General Manager Thomas Hartwell had managed Meadowbrook Estate through its transition from family ownership to Sterling Hospitality acquisition, maintaining operational continuity while implementing new standards and procedures. His experience managing the property for over 12 years provided invaluable institutional knowledge about local market conditions, vendor relationships, and seasonal business patterns that would inform my understanding of venue-specific challenges and opportunities. The estate's unique character derived from its authentic Victorian architecture, combined with contemporary amenities that met modern client expectations. The mansion's original features, including hand-carved woodwork, stained glass windows and period furnishings, created an atmosphere of historic elegance that distinguished Meadowbrook from newer venues that lacked authentic architectural character. My initial assessment of Meadowbrook's operations revealed both significant strengths and areas requiring improvement. The venue maintained an excellent reputation for service quality and attention to detail, resulting in strong client satisfaction scores and substantial repeat business from families who had hosted multiple generations of celebrations at the estate. However, operational efficiency and revenue optimization opportunities existed that could enhance profitability without compromising the service excellence that defined the venue's market position. The challenge of implementing improvements at Meadowbrook required sensitivity to the property's established culture and client relationships, while introducing best practices and systems that would enhance performance. Staff members who had worked at the estate for many years possessed deep knowledge about venue operations and client preferences, but they also maintained traditional approaches that could benefit from modernization and systematization. Thomas Hartwell's mentorship during my first months at Meadowbrook emphasized the importance of building trust with existing staff, while demonstrating competence and judgment that would earn their respect and cooperation. His approach to change management involved gradual implementation of improvements rather than dramatic reorganization that could disrupt operational stability during peak business periods. The wedding season at Meadowbrook Estate extended from May through October, with peak demand occurring during September and October when New England foliage provided spectacular backdrops for outdoor ceremonies and photography. The seasonal concentration of business required careful staff management, vendor coordination, and facility maintenance that would ensure consistent service delivery despite intense activity level. My responsibilities as Assistant General Manager included overseeing day-to-day operations, supporting sales and marketing activities, coordinating with catering and vendor partners, and analyzing performance metrics that would inform strategic planning and operational improvement. The role required balancing multiple priorities while maintaining focus on client satisfaction and financial performance. During my first wedding weekend at Meadowbrook, I observed the coordinated effort required to execute multiple events simultaneously, while ensuring that each celebration received personalized attention and flawless service delivery. The estate hosted a Friday evening rehearsal dinner, Saturday ceremony and reception, and Sunday brunch celebration, each requiring distinct setup configurations and service approaches. The complexity of managing multiple events revealed the importance of detailed planning and clear communication systems that enabled staff members to anticipate requirements and respond quickly to changing circumstances. The successful execution of the weekend celebrations required coordination between facility management, catering teams, vendor partners, and client services that demonstrated the venue's operational sophistication. One particular challenge during that first weekend involved accommodating last-minute guest count changes for the Saturday reception that required rapid reconfiguration of seating arrangements and catering quantity. The situation tested our ability to maintain service standards while adapting to circumstances beyond our control, ultimately providing an opportunity to demonstrate the flexibility and problem-solving capabilities that distinguished exceptional venue management. The successful resolution of the guest count challenge reinforced my understanding that luxury venue management required anticipating client needs while maintaining operational systems that could accommodate reasonable adjustments without compromising quality or profitability. The experience provided valuable insights into the balance between structure and flexibility that defined excellent hospitality operations. My involvement in Meadowbrook's marketing and sales activities included supporting site visits with prospective clients, contributing to proposal development, and participating in industry events that promoted the venue within target market segments. The sales process for luxury venues required understanding client vision and preferences while demonstrating how Meadowbrook's unique features could create memorable experiences that justified premium pricing.
Working with Director of Sales Catherine Reynolds, I learned sophisticated approaches to consultative selling that positioned venue services as investments in creating lasting memories rather than simple facility rental.
This sales philosophy required deep understanding of client motivations and celebration objectives, while demonstrating genuine expertise in event planning and execution. The development of comprehensive event proposals required integrating multiple service components, including facility rental, catering, bar service, decor, and vendor coordination, into cohesive packages that addressed all client requirements while optimizing revenue performance. The proposal process provided opportunities to showcase Meadowbrook's distinctive capabilities, while building client confidence in our ability to execute their vision flawlessly. One significant sales opportunity during my first year involved coordinating a destination wedding for a couple from California, whose families had chosen Meadowbrook based on its reputation and unique New England character. The event required extensive logistical planning, including guest accommodations, transportation coordination, and vendor management, that demonstrated our capacity to manage complex celebrations that extended beyond typical local market requirements. The destination wedding project required developing relationships with local hotels, transportation providers, and activity coordinators who could support guest recruits throughout their extended stay in the Berkshire region. The successful execution of this celebration established Meadowbrook's credentials for managing destination events, while creating referral opportunities within the couple's extensive network of friends and family members. During my second year at Meadowbrook, Thomas Hartwell announced his intention to retire and recommended my promotion to general manager, recognizing both my operational competence and strategic vision for the venue's continued development. The promotion opportunity represented validation of my performance, while providing the chance to implement improvements and innovations that would enhance Meadowbrook's market position. The transition to general manager responsibilities required assuming accountability for all aspects of venue performance, including financial results, staff management, client satisfaction, and strategic planning. The role demanded balancing day-to-day operational requirements with long-term vision for venue development and market expansion. My first major initiative as general manager involved implementing a comprehensive technology upgrade that would enhance client communication, streamline internal coordination, and provide data analytics capabilities for optimizing pricing and operational decisions. The technology investment required careful evaluation of available systems, while ensuring that new capabilities would integrate seamlessly with existing operational procedure. The selection and implementation of customer relationship management software, event planning applications, and financial reporting systems required extensive research and planning to identify solutions that would provide immediate operational benefits while supporting future growth and expansion. The technology upgrade represented a significant capital investment that required justification through improved efficiency and enhanced client service capability. Staff training for the new technology systems required developing comprehensive educational programs, while maintaining operational continuity during the busy wedding season. The implementation process provided opportunities to review and optimize existing procedures, while introducing new capabilities that would enhance service delivery and internal communication. The successful technology implementation resulted in measurable improvements in operational efficiency, client satisfaction, and revenue optimization that validated the investment, while establishing Meadowbrook's reputation for innovation within Sterling Hospitality's portfolio of property. The project demonstrated both technical competence and change management skills that would prove valuable for future leadership opportunity. My second major initiative involved developing a corporate events program that would diversify Meadowbrook's revenue streams, while utilizing venue capacity during traditionally slower business periods. The corporate market presented different challenges and opportunities than wedding celebrations, requiring understanding of business objectives and organizational cultures that influenced event planning decisions. The corporate events strategy included developing specialized packages for executive retreats, board meetings, product launches, and team-building activities that leveraged Meadowbrook's unique setting and amenity. The program required establishing relationships with corporate event planners, business organizations, and local companies that could generate consistent bookings throughout the year. Marketing the corporate events program involved creating promotional materials, participating in business networking events, and developing referral relationships with meeting planning professionals who specialized in corporate celebration. The business development activities required understanding corporate budget cycles and decision-making processes that differed significantly from individual client sales approach. The corporate events initiative achieved its objectives of revenue diversification and capacity utilization, while enhancing Meadowbrook's reputation as a versatile venue capable of supporting both social celebrations and business functions. The program's success provided valuable experience in market development and business strategy that would inform future expansion opportunities. During my third year as general manager, Sterling Hospitality's executive team began discussing expansion opportunities that would leverage successful venue models across new geographic markets. My performance at Meadowbrook had established credibility for strategic thinking and operational execution that qualified me for involvement in corporate development initiatives. The expansion discussions included evaluating potential acquisition targets, developing new venue concepts, and identifying markets that offered growth opportunities for Sterling's portfolio of luxury event property. My participation in these strategic planning activities provided exposure to corporate-level decision-making while preparing me for potential advancement within the organization. One significant project involved conducting feasibility analysis for developing a new venue concept that would combine Meadowbrook's historic elegance with contemporary design elements, appealing to younger demographic segments. The market research required analyzing trends in wedding planning, event preferences, and demographic shifts that would influence future demand for luxury venue service. The feasibility study included financial modeling, competitive analysis, site evaluation, and operational planning that would determine whether the new venue concept represented a viable business opportunity. The comprehensive analysis required integrating market research with operational expertise, while developing investment proposals that would support corporate funding decisions. My involvement in corporate strategic planning reinforced my understanding of the business principles and analytical capabilities required for senior leadership roles within the hospitality industry. The experience provided valuable preparation for future opportunities, while demonstrating the potential for advancement based on proven performance and strategic thinking ability. The success achieved at Meadowbrook Estate during my tenure as general manager included substantial improvements in financial performance, client satisfaction scores, and operational efficiency that established the venue as one of Sterling Hospitality's most profitable properties. The results validated both my management capabilities and the strategic initiatives implemented to enhance venue performance. More importantly, the Meadowbrook experience provided comprehensive preparation for the entrepreneurial opportunity that would soon present itself and fundamentally change my career trajectory. The combination of operational expertise, financial management skills, strategic planning experience, and industry relationships developed during my time at Sterling Hospitality created the foundation for pursuing independent business ownership. The confidence gained through successfully managing a luxury venue operation, combined with the industry credibility established through measurable results, positioned me to evaluate acquisition opportunities and consider entrepreneurial ventures that would allow me to implement my vision for exceptional hospitality experiences on a larger scale. As my fourth year at Meadowbrook progressed, I began receiving inquiries from industry contacts about potential partnership opportunities and business ventures that would leverage my expertise and reputation within the luxury events market. These conversations planted seeds for the next phase of my career, while reinforcing my commitment to excellence in hospitality management. The foundation built through education, training, and management experience had prepared me for opportunities that would soon emerge and challenge me to think beyond traditional career advancement toward building something extraordinary that would ultimately surprise everyone who had ever questioned my chosen path. The transformation from uncertain college graduate to accomplished venue manager represented only the beginning of a journey that would eventually lead to achievements beyond anything I had originally imagined possible. The opportunity that would fundamentally alter my career trajectory emerged through an unexpected conversation with Victoria Hartwell, the venue management consultant, who had attended my Cornell business plan presentation years earlier. Victoria had maintained periodic contact throughout my time at Sterling Hospitality, following my progress with the interest of someone who recognized potential and understood how to nurture exceptional talent within the industry. Her call came on a crisp October afternoon, when Meadowbrook Estate was operating at peak capacity, hosting 3 simultaneous celebrations, while maintaining the seamless service delivery that had become our signature standard. Victoria's purpose was both personal and professional, as she explained that her consulting firm had been retained to evaluate a unique acquisition opportunity that might align with my demonstrated capabilities and long-term aspirations. The opportunity centered on Grandview Manor, a prestigious but underperforming venue located in the affluent suburbs of Hartford, Connecticut. The property had operated successfully for over 2 decades under the ownership of the Whitman family, who had built their reputation through attention to detail and personalized service that attracted clientele from across New England. However, recent years had brought operational challenges and financial pressures that necessitated either significant capital investment or sale to new ownership with the resources and expertise to revitalize the business. Grandview Manor encompassed 15 acres of meticulously maintained grounds featuring formal gardens, a renovated 18th-century colonial mansion, and modern event facilities that could accommodate celebrations ranging from intimate gatherings to elaborate productions for 400 guests. The venue's location provided convenient access to major metropolitan areas while maintaining the pastoral elegance that distinguished premier event destinations from urban alternatives. The property's financial difficulties stemmed from deferred maintenance requirements, outdated operational systems, and marketing approaches that had failed to adapt to evolving client expectations and competitive dynamics. The Whitman family possessed deep expertise in hospitality service, but lacked the capital resources and strategic planning capabilities necessary to implement the improvements required for sustained success in an increasingly sophisticated marketplace. Victoria's preliminary assessment indicated that Grandview Manor represented an exceptional acquisition opportunity for an experienced venue manager with access to appropriate financing and the operational expertise necessary to implement comprehensive improvements while maintaining the property's established reputation for service excellence. The financial structure required substantial initial investment, but offered compelling returns for buyers capable of executing effective turnaround strategy. The conversation with Victoria sparked immediate interest in exploring the opportunity while raising complex questions about financing, partnership structures, and the personal risks associated with transitioning from successful employment to independent business ownership. The decision would require careful evaluation of financial projections, market conditions, operational requirements, and personal readiness for the challenges inherent in entrepreneurial venture. My initial assessment of the Grandview Manor opportunity involved comprehensive due diligence that examined every aspect of the property's financial performance, operational systems, market position, and physical condition. The analysis required coordinating with accountants, attorneys, facilities consultants, and industry experts who could provide objective evaluation of acquisition risks and opportunities. The financial review revealed that Grandview Manor generated substantial gross revenue but suffered from operational inefficiencies and cost structures that limited profitability and cash flow available for necessary reinvestment. The venue maintained strong client relationships and excellent reputation within target market segments, but pricing strategies and operational procedures had not evolved to reflect current market conditions and competitive pressure. The facility's assessment identified approximately $200,000 in deferred maintenance requirements, along with additional investments in technology, furnishings, and equipment that would enhance operational efficiency and guest experience. While the capital requirements were significant, the improvements would position Grandview Manor to command premium pricing while reducing operating cost through enhanced efficiency and modernized systems. The market analysis confirmed that demand for luxury event venues remained strong within the Hartford metropolitan area, with limited competition offering comparable amenities and service quality. The venue's established reputation and prime location provided competitive advantages that would support successful operations under improved management and strategic positioning. Most importantly, the operational assessment revealed that Grandview Manor's challenges were primarily related to management and capital constraints rather than fundamental problems with the business model or market opportunity. The venue possessed excellent foundations that could support exceptional performance with appropriate leadership and investment in necessary improvement. The financing requirements for acquiring and improving Grandview Manor exceeded my personal resources but fell within ranges that could be addressed through combination of bank financing, investor partnerships, and seller financing arrangements. The development of funding proposals required creating comprehensive business plans that demonstrated both the acquisition opportunity and my qualifications for successfully managing the turnaround process. My track record at Meadowbrook Estate provided compelling evidence of operational expertise and strategic thinking capabilities that would support successful venue management, while industry relationships developed through Sterling Hospitality created access to potential investors and lending sources familiar with hospitality industry requirements and opportunity. The business plan development process required extensive financial modeling that projected revenue growth, cost reduction opportunities, and capital investment returns over multiple time horizons. The analysis incorporated conservative assumptions about market conditions while demonstrating how operational improvements and strategic positioning could generate substantial returns for investors and lenders. The proposal presentation process involved meetings with potential funding sources, including commercial banks, private investors, and industry professionals who specialized in hospitality industry investment. Each presentation required customizing financial projections and strategic positioning to address specific investor requirements and risk tolerances while maintaining consistency in core business fundamentals and implementation strategy. The financing negotiations proved more complex than anticipated, requiring multiple iterations of proposal structures and investment terms that would satisfy lender requirements while preserving appropriate returns and operational control for my role as managing partner. The process demanded patience and persistence while maintaining focus on achieving terms that would support long-term success rather than simply securing immediate funding approval. The breakthrough came through introduction to Harrison Investment Group, a private equity firm that specialized in acquiring and improving hospitality businesses throughout the Northeast region. Harrison's investment philosophy emphasized partnerships with experienced operators who could implement operational improvements while building sustainable competitive advantages within their target market. Principal partner Michael Harrison had extensive experience in hospitality industry investments and immediately recognized both the opportunity represented by Grandview Manor and my qualifications for successfully executing the required improvement. His firm's investment approach provided the capital resources necessary for acquisition and renovation while offering strategic guidance and industry relationships that would accelerate implementation of business improvement. The partnership structure negotiated with Harrison Investment Group provided majority ownership control while preserving significant equity participation and complete operational authority for my role as Chief Executive Officer of the newly formed entity. The arrangement aligned investor and operator interests while ensuring that performance incentives would reward successful execution of strategic improvements and financial objectives. The acquisition process required coordinating legal documentation, financing arrangements, regulatory approvals, and transition planning that would ensure seamless transfer of operations while minimizing disruption to existing bookings and client relationships. The complexity of the transaction demanded careful project management and clear communication with all stakeholders throughout the multi-month closing process. The final negotiations with the Whitman family involved sensitive discussions about preserving the venue's established culture and service traditions while implementing necessary improvements and modernization initiatives. Their cooperation throughout the transition process reflected genuine desire to see Grandview Manor continue thriving under new ownership while maintaining the standards that had defined their family's hospitality legacy. The closing celebration took place in Grandview Manor's main ballroom, where the Whitman family,
Harrison Investment Group, partners, professional advisors, and key staff members gathered to commemorate the successful completion of the acquisition transaction. The ceremonial aspects of the evening provided appropriate recognition for the Whitman family's contributions, while establishing my leadership role and commitment to building upon their foundation of excellence. Standing in the ballroom where I would soon host my own clients' most important celebrations, I reflected on the remarkable journey that had brought me from uncertain college graduate to venue owner and chief executive officer. The transformation required years of systematic skill development, relationship building, and strategic planning that had created the foundation for pursuing this extraordinary opportunity. The announcement of my acquisition of Grandview Manor generated significant attention within the hospitality industry, where my transition from venue manager to business owner represented both personal achievement and validation of Sterling Hospitality's training and development program. The recognition reinforced my credibility within professional networks while establishing platform for continued growth and industry leadership. However, the most meaningful responses came from family members who finally began to understand the scope and significance of my career achievement. My parents' initial reaction combined pride in my accomplishment with amazement that their daughter's unconventional career choices had led to business ownership and industry recognition that exceeded their original expectations for any traditional profession. My brother Mark, who had completed medical school and begun his residency training, expressed genuine admiration for the entrepreneurial achievement, while acknowledging that my path had ultimately proven more ambitious and innovative than his own carefully planned progression through established educational and professional structure. The family dynamics that had previously centered on concerns about my career stability and financial security shifted dramatically toward recognition and respect for the business acumen and strategic thinking that had enabled such remarkable achievement. The transformation in their perception provided personal satisfaction while validating my decision to pursue authentic interest, despite their initial skepticism. The transition from employee to business owner required fundamental shifts in mindset and approach that extended far beyond operational responsibilities to encompass strategic vision, financial accountability, and leadership requirements that would determine long-term success. The learning curve was steep and demanding, but the foundation of knowledge and experience, developed through education and professional training, provided essential preparation for these new challenges. The first months of ownership focused on implementing immediate operational improvements while developing comprehensive renovation and strategic positioning plans that would transform Grandview Manor into the region's premier luxury event destination. The improvement initiatives required balancing respect for established traditions with innovation and modernization that would enhance competitiveness and profitability. Staff transition management required earning trust and confidence from experienced team members while introducing new standards and procedures that would elevate service delivery and operational efficiency. The process demanded clear communication about vision and expectations while demonstrating genuine appreciation for existing capabilities and institutional knowledge. The technology implementation project involved installing comprehensive customer relationship management systems, event planning applications, and financial reporting capabilities that would enhance client service while providing data analytics for optimizing pricing and operational decisions. The investment in modern systems represented both immediate operational improvement and foundation for future growth and expansion. The facility renovation program addressed deferred maintenance requirements while upgrading amenities and expanding capacity that would support premium pricing and enhanced guest experience. The improvements included updating kitchen facilities, renovating guest areas, enhancing technology infrastructure, and expanding parking and accessibility features that would accommodate diverse client requirements. The marketing and branding initiative repositioned Grandview Manor as a destination venue that combined historic elegance with contemporary amenities and exceptional service delivery. The strategy emphasized unique property features while building awareness among target demographic segments through digital marketing, industry partnerships, and strategic public relations activity. The successful implementation of these comprehensive improvements validated both the acquisition strategy and my capabilities for managing complex business transformation initiatives. The measurable results in client satisfaction, revenue performance, and operational efficiency demonstrated that the investment in acquiring and improving Grandview Manor had achieved its strategic objectives while establishing foundation for continued growth. Most importantly, the experience of building and leading my own hospitality business provided the platform for pursuing even more ambitious opportunities that would eventually culminate in the venue portfolio and industry recognition that would astonish my family during my wedding celebration. The entrepreneurial foundation had been established through successful execution of this first major business venture. The confidence gained through proving that vision and determination could transform opportunity into extraordinary achievement prepared me for the next phase of expansion that would ultimately create the business empire that nobody, including myself, had originally imagined possible. The journey toward that ultimate success had reached its critical inflection point through the successful acquisition and transformation of Grandview Manor. The success achieved at Grandview Manor during the first 18 months of ownership established both market credibility and financial foundation necessary for pursuing additional acquisition opportunities that would transform my single venue operation into a comprehensive hospitality enterprise. The property's revenue performance exceeded projections by 23%, while client satisfaction scores reached industry-leading levels that generated substantial referral business and premium pricing opportunity. The operational excellence achieved at Grandview Manor attracted attention from industry professionals who recognized the sophisticated management capabilities and strategic vision that had transformed an underperforming asset into a market-leading destination. These relationships created access to exclusive opportunities for acquiring additional properties that were either undervalued or required specialized expertise for successful turnaround and optimization. Michael Harrison's continued partnership provided both strategic guidance and access to additional capital resources that would support accelerated expansion beyond what could be achieved through organic growth alone. His investment philosophy emphasized building dominant market positions through strategic acquisitions that leveraged proven operational capabilities across multiple properties within targeted geographic regions. The expansion strategy focused on acquiring venues that possessed excellent physical foundations but suffered from operational challenges, capital constraints, or management limitations that prevented them from achieving their full potential. This approach required sophisticated due diligence capabilities and proven track record for implementing comprehensive improvements that would justify acquisition investments while generating substantial return. The first expansion opportunity emerged through industry connections at the annual New England Hospitality Conference, where I had been invited to present a case study on the Grandview Manor transformation. The presentation attracted interest from several venue owners who were considering strategic alternatives for properties that required either significant capital investment or sale to operators with greater resources and expertise. Eleanor Pemberton approached me following the presentation to discuss potential acquisition of Riverview Estate, a magnificent waterfront property located on the Connecticut shoreline that had operated successfully for 15 years before encountering financial difficulties related to economic downturn and increased competition from newer venues. The property encompassed 12 acres of pristine coastline, featuring panoramic water views, historic architecture, and event facilities that could accommodate celebrations ranging from intimate gatherings to elaborate productions for 500 guests. The preliminary assessment of Riverview Estate revealed an acquisition opportunity that aligned perfectly with our expansion criteria and operational capability. The venue possessed exceptional physical assets and established market reputation, but required comprehensive improvements in operational systems, marketing positioning, and facility upgrades that would restore competitive advantages and financial performance. The due diligence process for Riverview Estate involved extensive analysis of historical financial performance, market conditions, competitive landscape, and capital requirements that would determine acquisition feasibility and investment return. The evaluation required coordinating with specialized consultants, including hospitality industry experts, financial analysts, environmental assessors, and legal professionals who could provide objective assessment of risks and opportunities. The financial analysis revealed that Riverview Estate generated substantial gross revenue but suffered from operational inefficiencies and cost structures that limited profitability and cash flow available for necessary reinvestment.
The venue maintained strong relationships with high-end clientele, but required updated amenities, enhanced technology systems, and improved operational procedures that would justify premium pricing while reducing operating expenses. The facilities assessment identified approximately $400,000 in immediate capital requirements, along with additional investments in technology infrastructure, guest amenities, and operational equipment that would enhance efficiency and service delivery. The investment requirements were substantial but represented necessary improvements for maintaining competitiveness within the luxury events market. The strategic positioning analysis confirmed that Riverview Estate occupied a unique market niche as the only waterfront venue within reasonable proximity to major metropolitan areas, providing sustainable competitive advantages that would support premium pricing and strong occupancy rates under improved management and strategic marketing. The acquisition negotiations with Eleanor Pemberton proved more complex than the Grandview Manor transaction due to family ownership dynamics and emotional attachments to the property that had been operated by multiple generations. The discussions required sensitivity to personal considerations, while maintaining focus on business fundamentals and transaction terms that would support successful operations under new ownership. The financing structure for Riverview Estate required expanding the partnership arrangement with Harrison Investment Group, while incorporating seller financing components that would address the Pemberton family's requirements for gradual transition and continued involvement in property stewardship. The complex financial arrangement demanded extensive legal documentation and careful coordination of multiple funding sources. The successful completion of the Riverview Estate acquisition represented a significant milestone in building our hospitality portfolio, while demonstrating capabilities for managing multiple venue operations across diverse market segments and geographic locations. The transaction validated our expansion strategy while establishing foundation for continued growth through additional acquisitions and strategic partnerships. The integration of Riverview Estate into our operations required developing comprehensive management systems that could maintain high service standards across multiple properties, while achieving operational efficiencies through shared resources and coordinated business development activity. The challenge involved balancing venue-specific requirements with portfolio-wide optimization opportunities. The implementation of unified technology platforms across both properties enabled centralized customer relationship management, coordinated marketing activity, and consolidated financial reporting that enhanced operational efficiency, while providing comprehensive business intelligence for strategic planning and performance optimization. The system integration required substantial upfront investment but generated immediate benefits in administrative efficiency and client service capabilities. The staffing strategy for managing multiple venues involved developing career advancement pathways that would retain exceptional employees, while providing growth opportunities that supported individual professional development and organizational succession planning. The approach required creating management training programs and cross-property rotations that would build comprehensive expertise and operational flexibility. The marketing integration initiative positioned both venues as complementary offerings within a comprehensive luxury events portfolio, allowing clients to select properties that best matched their celebration requirements, while benefiting from consistent service standards and coordinated planning capabilities. The strategy enhanced competitive positioning while maximizing revenue opportunities through expanded market reach. The success achieved through managing dual venue operations attracted additional acquisition opportunities, as word spread throughout the industry about our capabilities for transforming underperforming properties into market-leading destinations. The reputation for operational excellence and strategic thinking created access to exclusive opportunities that were not widely marketed or available to conventional buyers. The third acquisition opportunity materialized through recommendation from Connecticut's Department of Economic Development, which had been tasked with facilitating private investment in historic properties that required substantial renovation while maintaining cultural and architectural significance. The opportunity involved Thornfield Manor, a 19th-century estate that had operated as a boutique hotel before closing due to financial difficulties and deferred maintenance requirements. Thornfield Manor represented both exceptional opportunity and significant challenge due to the scope of renovation required to restore the property to operational condition while meeting contemporary safety and accessibility standards. The estate encompassed 22 acres of formal gardens and woodland, featuring a restored Victorian mansion with 36 guest rooms and extensive event facilities that could support multi-day celebrations and corporate retreats. The acquisition of Thornfield Manor required substantially greater capital investment than previous transactions due to the extensive renovation requirements and the expanded business model that would include overnight accommodations alongside event hosting capability. The opportunity demanded comprehensive feasibility analysis and sophisticated financing structures that could support both acquisition costs and substantial renovation investments. The due diligence process for Thornfield Manor involved coordination with historic preservation specialists and construction contractors, hospitality consultants, and regulatory experts who could assess the complex requirements for restoring the property while ensuring compliance with historic preservation guidelines and contemporary operational standards. The financial projections for Thornfield Manor incorporated revenue streams from wedding and event hosting, corporate retreat programs, leisure accommodation, and destination packages that would differentiate the property from traditional venue operations, while maximizing utilization across multiple market segments. The diversified business model required sophisticated operational planning and market analysis to ensure realistic performance expectations. The renovation planning process involved extensive coordination with architects, contractor, and preservation specialists who could design improvements that would enhance functionality and guest experience, while maintaining the historic character and architectural integrity that defined the property's unique appeal. The balance between preservation and modernization required careful planning and substantial financial resources. The financing arrangement for Thornfield Manor incorporated expanded partnership with Harrison Investment Group alongside historic preservation tax credits, economic development incentives, and specialized lending programs that supported restoration of significant historic property. The complex financing structure required extensive legal documentation and regulatory approval processes. The successful acquisition of Thornfield Manor established our company as a significant player within the regional hospitality industry while demonstrating capabilities for managing complex development projects that extended beyond traditional venue operations. The transaction represented substantial commitment to building a comprehensive hospitality enterprise with multiple revenue streams and market positions. The renovation project at Thornfield Manor required 18 months of intensive construction activity coordinated with ongoing operations at Grandview Manor and Riverview Estate. The management of simultaneous operations and development demanded sophisticated project management capabilities and organizational systems that could maintain service excellence while pursuing ambitious expansion objectives. The completion of Thornfield Manor's restoration resulted in a destination property that combined historic elegance with contemporary amenities, offering unique accommodations and event capabilities that commanded premium pricing, while generating exceptional client satisfaction and industry recognition. The property received multiple awards for historic preservation and hospitality excellence that enhanced our company's reputation and market position. The operation of 3 distinct properties required development of comprehensive management systems that could coordinate activities across multiple locations while maintaining individual property identities and service standards. The organizational structure included property-specific management teams supported by centralized functions, including sales coordination, marketing communications, financial management, and strategic planning. The portfolio approach to business development enabled cross-selling opportunities between properties while providing clients with diverse options for hosting celebrations and events that matched their specific requirements and preferences. The strategy enhanced competitive positioning while maximizing revenue opportunities through expanded market reach and comprehensive service offerings. The success achieved through building our hospitality portfolio attracted attention from industry associations, business publication professional organizations that recognized both the innovative approach to venue development and the measurable results achieved through strategic acquisitions and operational excellence. The recognition enhanced personal credibility while establishing our company as a model for successful hospitality entrepreneurs. The financial performance of our three-property portfolio exceeded projections across all key metrics, including revenue growth, profitability margins, client satisfaction scores, and market share within target segments. The results validated our expansion strategy while generating cash flow that would support continued growth through additional acquisitions and organic development opportunities. The personal transformation from venue manager to hospitality entrepreneur required developing new competencies in strategic planning, financial management, organizational leadership, and industry relations that extended far beyond operational expertise. The learning process was demanding, but provided essential preparation for the continued growth and expansion that would define the next phase of our business development. The establishment of our hospitality enterprise created a foundation for pursuing even more ambitious opportunities that would ultimately result in the venue portfolio and industry recognition that would surprise my family during my wedding celebration. The business empire that seemed impossible during my college years had become reality through systematic execution of strategic vision and unwavering commitment to excellence. The confidence gained through proving that entrepreneurial vision could create extraordinary outcomes provided motivation for continued expansion while reinforcing my conviction that authentic passion combined with strategic thinking and relentless execution could achieve results that exceeded even the most optimistic original The journey toward ultimate success had reached its acceleration phase through successful portfolio development and market leadership establishment. The expansion into metropolitan markets represented the next logical progression in building our hospitality enterprise, requiring sophisticated market analysis and strategic positioning that would establish competitive advantages within highly saturated urban environments. The success achieved through our three-property portfolio in Connecticut had generated both financial resources and industry credibility necessary for pursuing opportunities in major metropolitan areas where market penetration demands exceptional differentiation and operational excellence. Decision to expand into Boston emerged from comprehensive market research indicating substantial demand for luxury event venues that could serve the region's affluent demographics and corporate markets while providing the personalized service and unique experiences that distinguished boutique operations from large-scale commercial facilities. The Boston metropolitan area offered exceptional growth potential due to its concentration of successful professionals, established businesses, and cultural institutions that generated consistent demand for high-end event services. The market entry strategy required identifying acquisition targets that possessed either exceptional physical assets or strategic locations that could support premium positioning within Boston's competitive landscape. The approach emphasized venues with unique characteristics that would provide sustainable differentiation while offering operational improvement opportunities that could justify acquisition investments and generate substantial return. The opportunity that would define our metropolitan expansion emerged through connection with Margaret Whitfield, a commercial real estate specialist who had followed our Connecticut success and recognized potential synergies between our operational capabilities and a unique property that had recently become available in Boston's prestigious Back Bay neighborhood. The property housed the Metropolitan Arts Center, a cultural facility that included multiple event spaces, gallery areas, and performance venues that could be repositioned as an exclusive destination for sophisticated celebrations and corporate events. The Metropolitan Arts Center occupied a magnificently restored Gilded Age mansion that had been converted into cultural facilities during the 1980s before encountering financial difficulties that necessitated either substantial capital investment or sale to operators with resources and expertise to maximize the property's potential. The building featured soaring ceilings, period architectural details, and flexible space configurations that could accommodate diverse event requirements while maintaining the elegant atmosphere that distinguished premier venues from conventional alternatives. The preliminary assessment revealed exceptional opportunity to transform the Metropolitan Arts Center into Boston's most prestigious event destination
through strategic repositioning that would leverage the property's unique architectural character while implementing operational systems and service standards that would justify premium pricing within the competitive metropolitan market. The venue's location in Back Bay provided convenient access for clients throughout the greater Boston area while offering the urban sophistication that appealed to discerning clients. The due diligence process for the Metropolitan Arts Center required extensive analysis of zoning regulations, historic preservation requirements, neighborhood restriction, and operational considerations that would affect the venue's ability to host private events while maintaining compliance with municipal regulations and community standards. The urban location presented both opportunities and constraints that demanded careful evaluation and strategic planning. The financial analysis indicated that the Metropolitan Arts Center could generate substantial revenue through premium event hosting while benefiting from reduced operational costs compared to suburban properties due to centralized location and access to metropolitan vendor network. The venue's unique character and urban positioning would support pricing strategies that could generate exceptional returns on investment while maintaining competitive advantages that would sustain long-term market leadership. The acquisition negotiations proved complex due to the involvement of multiple stakeholders, including the nonprofit organization that had operated the cultural center, municipal authorities concerned about preserving community access to arts programming, and neighborhood associations interested in maintaining appropriate use of the historic property. The discussions required balancing diverse interests while developing solutions that would satisfy all parties while enabling successful venue operation. The resolution involved creating innovative partnership arrangements that would preserve public access to selected cultural programming while establishing our company as the primary operator for private events and celebrations. The agreement included commitments to maintaining the building's historic character while investing in necessary improvements that would enhance both public and private use capability. The financing structure for the Metropolitan Arts Center acquisition represented the most sophisticated transaction we had undertaken, incorporating historic preservation, tax credits, urban development incentives, private investment partnerships, and specialized commercial lending that reflected the property's unique characteristics and substantial capital requirements. The complex financial arrangements required extensive legal documentation and regulatory approval processes that demanded patience and persistence throughout the multi-month closing period. The successful acquisition of the Metropolitan Arts Center established our company as a significant presence within Boston's hospitality industry while demonstrating capabilities for managing complex urban development projects that extended beyond traditional venue operation. The transaction represented substantial commitment to building market leadership within one of the nation's most competitive event hosting markets. The renovation and repositioning of the Metropolitan Arts Center required 18 months of intensive construction activity that balanced historic preservation requirements with contemporary operational needs, including updated technology infrastructure, enhanced kitchen facilities, improved accessibility features, and modernized mechanical systems. The project demanded coordination with specialized contractors, preservation experts, and regulatory authorities, while maintaining operational continuity at our existing property.
The completed transformation of the Metropolitan Arts Center resulted in a destination venue that combined historic elegance with contemporary amenities, offering unique event capabilities that commanded premium pricing while generating exceptional client satisfaction and industry recognition. The property received multiple awards for historic preservation and hospitality innovation that enhanced our company's reputation and competitive positioning within the metropolitan market. The operation of the Metropolitan Arts Center required developing sophisticated urban venue management capabilities that addressed unique challenges including parking coordination, noise management, vendor logistics, and regulatory compliance that differed substantially from suburban property operations. The learning curve was steep, but provided valuable expertise for potential expansion into additional metropolitan markets. The success achieved at the Metropolitan Arts Center exceeded projections across all performance metrics, including revenue generation, profit margins, client satisfaction scores, and market penetration within target demographic segments. The results validated our expansion strategy while demonstrating that our operational excellence and strategic positioning could succeed within highly competitive urban environments. The metropolitan market presence created opportunities for developing corporate relationships with Boston's financial services firms, technology companies, healthcare organizations, and educational institutions that generated substantial recurring revenue through executive events, product launches, corporate celebrations, and institutional gatherings. The corporate market development required understanding business cultures and decision-making processes that differed from individual celebration planning, but offered exceptional growth potential and revenue stability. The expansion into corporate events demanded developing specialized service capabilities, including technology support, meeting facilitation, catering options appropriate for business function, and logistical coordination that could accommodate complex requirements for multi-day programs and large-scale corporate gatherings. The investment in corporate-focused amenities and staff training generated substantial returns through premium pricing and repeat business relationships. The success in Boston's competitive market attracted attention from hospitality industry publications, business journals, and professional associations that recognized both the innovative approach to urban venue development and the measurable results achieved through strategic positioning and operational excellence. The recognition enhanced personal credibility while establishing our company as a model for successful metropolitan market expansion. The Metropolitan Breakthrough also created opportunities for developing strategic partnerships with complementary service providers, including luxury hotel, fine dining restaurants, transportation companies, and entertainment specialists, who could provide integrated solutions for clients seeking comprehensive event experiences. The partnership development required sophisticated relationship management and coordination capabilities that enhanced service offerings while generating additional revenue streams. The financial performance of our four-property portfolio, anchored by the Metropolitan Arts Center's success, exceeded all previous achievements, while generating cash flow that would support continued expansion through additional acquisitions and strategic development opportunities. The results provided validation for our business model while creating resources for pursuing even more ambitious growth objectives. The personal development required for managing metropolitan operations demanded acquiring new competencies in urban market dynamics, regulatory compliance, stakeholder management, and sophisticated business relationship development that extended far beyond traditional venue management expertise. The learning process was demanding but provided essential preparation for continued expansion into additional metropolitan markets. The establishment of market leadership within Boston's competitive environment created foundation for pursuing opportunities in other major metropolitan areas, including New York, Philadelphia, and Washington, where similar market conditions and growth potential existed for operators with proven capabilities and sufficient resources to execute complex urban development projects. The confidence gained through proving that our operational excellence and strategic vision could succeed within the nation. Most competitive hospitality markets provided motivation for continued expansion, while reinforcing conviction that entrepreneurial ambition, combined with systematic execution, could achieve results that exceeded even the most optimistic projection. The Metropolitan Breakthrough represented transformation from regional operator to potential national hospitality enterprise. The industry recognition, achieved through our Boston success, included invitations to speak at national hospitality conference, participation in industry advisory committees, and requests for consulting services from other venue operators seeking to improve their market positioning and operational performance. The professional opportunities enhanced personal reputation while creating additional revenue streams and strategic relationship development possibilities. The transformation from single venue owner to metropolitan market leader required developing organizational capabilities that could coordinate operations across diverse properties while maintaining individual venue identities and service standards. The management challenge involved balancing centralized efficiency with local market responsiveness, while ensuring consistent quality and brand positioning across all properties. The comprehensive hospitality enterprise that emerged from our systematic expansion strategy represented achievement that exceeded original expectations, while creating foundation for continued growth and industry leadership. The business empire that had seemed impossible during my college years had become reality through persistent execution of strategic vision and unwavering commitment to operational excellence. The success achieved through building our metropolitan presence established credibility for pursuing even more ambitious opportunities that would ultimately culminate in the venue portfolio and industry recognition that would surprise my family during my wedding celebration. The journey toward that ultimate revelation had reached its momentum phase through successful market leadership establishment and continued expansion possibilities. The business foundation, created through metropolitan market penetration, provided both financial resources and strategic position necessary for the next phase of growth that would transform our regional success into national recognition and establish our company as one of the hospitality industry's most innovative and successful enterprises. The metropolitan breakthrough represented the inflection point where entrepreneurial vision became industry-changing reality. The confidence and capabilities developed through managing complex urban venue operations prepared our organization for opportunities that would soon emerge and challenge. To think beyond regional market leadership toward building something extraordinary that would ultimately demonstrate how authentic passion, combined with strategic thinking and relentless execution, could create outcomes that astonished everyone who had ever questioned the wisdom of pursuing unconventional career paths. The establishment of market leadership within the Boston metropolitan area created opportunities for pioneering innovative approaches to hospitality service delivery that would fundamentally transform industry standards, while establishing our company as the recognized leader in venue technology integration and client experience optimization. The success achieved through traditional excellence provided the credibility and financial resources necessary for investing in revolutionary approaches that would redefine what sophisticated clientele expected from luxury event venues. The innovation initiative emerged from comprehensive analysis of evolving client expectations and emerging technologies that could enhance event experiences while improving operational efficiency and service delivery consistency. The research revealed substantial opportunities for integrating digital platforms, artificial intelligence applications, and immersive technology solutions that would create unprecedented levels of personalization and engagement for celebration planning and execution. The development of our proprietary technology platform began with assembling a specialized team that combined expertise in hospitality operations, software development, artificial intelligence programming, and user experience design. The recruitment process focused on identifying professionals who possessed both technical competencies and genuine understanding of luxury hospitality requirements, ensuring that technological innovation would enhance, rather than compromise, the personalized service standards that distinguished our venues. Chief Technology Officer Jennifer Walsh brought extensive experience in developing customer relationship management systems for luxury service industry, while her background in hospitality operations provided essential insight into how technology integration could support rather than complicate venue management and client service delivery. Her leadership philosophy emphasized elegant solutions that would remain invisible to clients, while providing staff with powerful tools for anticipating needs and exceeding expectations. The technology platform development process required substantial investment in research and development activities that would create proprietary solutions addressing specific challenges within luxury event planning and venue. The initiative represented strategic commitment to establishing sustainable competitive advantage through innovation, rather than relying solely on operational excellence and service quality to maintain market leadership. The first component of our technology platform focused on revolutionizing the client consultation and planning process through virtual reality applications that would allow couples and event planners to experience venue spaces and design options before making final decisions. The virtual reality system incorporated precise architectural measurements and lighting conditions that provided realistic previews of how different decoration schemes, furniture arrangements, and entertainment configurations would appear during actual celebration. The virtual reality development required creating detailed, three-dimensional models of all venue spaces, while programming dynamic lighting systems that could simulate different times of day and weather conditions. The complexity of accurately representing venue atmospheres demanded collaboration with architectural visualization specialists and computer graphics experts who could achieve photorealistic quality that would provide meaningful planning value for sophisticated clients. The implementation of virtual reality planning capabilities transformed the client consultation process by enabling precise visualization of event possibilities while reducing the time and uncertainty typically associated with venue selection and decoration planning. Clients could explore multiple design concepts and make informed decisions about space utilization, color schemes, and logistical arrangements that would optimize their celebration experiences while ensuring realistic expectations about venue capability. The virtual reality system also provided significant operational benefits by improving communication between event planning teams and reducing the likelihood of misunderstandings or last-minute changes that could compromise service quality or increase operational costs. The technology enabled precise pre-event planning that enhanced efficiency while ensuring that all stakeholders possessed clear understanding of celebration requirements and logistics. The second major component of our technology platform involved developing artificial intelligence applications that could analyze historical event data, client preferences, and seasonal trends to provide personalized